how the old perceive the young, how the traditional world perceives the technological world, how the fans perceive the celebrities. It isn't easy to understand, and it may be easy to jump to assumptions whether one is on either side of these. However, this confusion exists for a reason, and both are right to be confused of each other, or even their own condition, which occurs when they understand upon each other. One of genuine fame may ask themselves, how did I get here? And depending on how fast is how confused, how consciousness may or may not be able to keep up. See, the traditional world lives in work, pride, family. The modern world lives in media, identity, convenience. Conformity doesn't need to persist as either of these manifestations alone. In whatever particular world, the bias lives in that world. Any world that came before will feel more out of touch, more likely to complain and judge, to where then the current world will complain in response. This has always been happening as technology has grown, especially, however, in the emergence of the 21st century, unlike any other. Technology is unique to our kind. It is still very new. Those born into this world may ever only know this world, and such can pose a great danger to their roots, which does often require listening to elders. Those born into this world may ever only know this world, and such can pose a great danger to their roots, which does often require listening to elders. While elders may not understand the current, they do understand what created the current. While some of their views may not come off in the current phraseology either, it does not invalidate their credibility or reason. People are to learn from the past and ever present. It is learning from nature and the nature of all things. When we get caught up in a fast-paced, clutterful world, we lose sight of ourselves. When we garner millions of followers, we put ourselves in a position that was never natural to be. Hence the need for checking thyself and why new comes of old. A leader of the past can have a child, and that child will not know leadership despite being born into it. Why? They were born into it, not truly learning for themselves, like the parent did, so they will never truly know. Thus, there are some experiences that simply cannot be replicated by awareness, certainly not by the illusion of technology, but there are also some experiences that simply are questionable as to why they happened, especially in this world of technology. Technology forces upon certain natural interactions, aggregating them, increasing attractions to points of shock and incomprehension for a new reality. It is this which garners even more creative or energetic spark, which keeps celebrities going. But it is also potentially their biggest downfall, as life may never be as natural again as it was. Indeed, nature is missed, whether recognized consciously or not, and nature is unknown in a world away from it. The traditional world and the modern world both are far from optimal or sustainable, otherwise there wouldn't be the need of any transition away from these worlds. People too long known at the heart that the world needs better, and yet despite moving forward, that feeling moves on. And while people should have this mindset of innovation and improvement, they not only need to step back and become aware before moving forward, they are in a mindset of externalization due to the systemic structures humans have built that prompts them to such mindset. This mindset not only limits them if it's not of infinite nature, it not only focuses them onto man's creation, it keeps away their consciousness on their own life and their own actions, onto the semantics and political jargon. People have detached themselves from nature because they have never attached to themselves, not solely themselves, but themselves in a grounded reality with others who share the same. A beginner's mind back to the basics mindset necessary to see the world fresh and anew to our greatest extent. For a clear world we see, a clearer self we will know. As we move forward, one shall ever realize that beings do make up the world much, but they also belong to a world that made them above all. Some will use such knowledge in sharing, utilizing their influence to encourage others' influence, such constituting natural leadership, and that is how the world is improved. It's not based in any one world, but the world, not media or family, but family and media, knowing their place, aware of their impacts. Not identity or career, but identity and career, giving and getting, knowing their place, aware of their impacts. The future, if we are to ever more evolve, lives in knowledge, not ignorance, not arrogance, not assumption, not riddance of the past or present, only the active effort of people helping people, acting in accordance as living beings living for life. Shall dispute occur? Don't be silent, but learn the current communication. Learn to adapt even at old age. Learn to be tolerant even at young age. We all have work to do, and most of it is toward each other, for the rest of the world comes after. Any other focus other than directly each other is a lost hope, a grasp to physical reality that will simply and easily break from the mental and spiritual current. So follow the current and introduce your current. You can do it. Don't rely on others if you truly care. You'll show all you know you can show, and you will do it with disclaimer as you shall see fit and without fear. For if one encompasses this, they can form the future from the past. For if you allow only some to encompass this for you, the future will never be a better past. For a better future, put your past to present and look toward the future with the present, past the past. You are a present for the present, building a future for the future. Learn more about modern slavery in my book, Slavery Gone for Good. My name is Corey Engerlot. I want you to reclaim your freedom by knowing what slavery is, so we can end slavery once and for all.